Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records coming at you with another video. I'm not in my record room because the record room is no more. We moved to a new house. That's where I am now. I'm watching my son today. He is in the next room. He's watching a movie and he's not being very quiet about it. So I've got some music going in the background. Where is that record that I got going in the background, you might ask? But it is called Liquid Iron by Dr. Footswitch. This is the record. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but that's what's going. I've got a lot of cool stuff to show. I think I skipped a week. I think so, because it's just been so crazy. We moved last week, and it has been just nuts. I'm so dead after moving. And moving the records aren't even that hard. I got it down to a science. I got hand trucks and boxes, and it just works. It's easy. My good buddy Dom was helping me, so my stuff's not that hard, but just all the beds and mattresses and couches and packing everything up, and it's just, man, it was tough. I should hire movers, but I don't trust movers with my stuff. I'm weird about it, especially my records. I'm not hiring any movers for my records. But anyways, so I've had a lot of comments over the past few weeks about the Zamrock. A lot of complaints. People say I can't get into Zamrock. I don't like it. So, what? To each their own. The first time I heard Zamrock, I was so mesmerized and so enthralled by it, and I have been for 10 plus years. I love it. I'm always going to collect it, and I'm always going to talk about it. But I've had a lot of people say, I wish you'd talk about some Psych or something, because I don't like this Zamrock stuff. Whatever. I get it. So this video, I'm going to talk about a bunch of records before I get to the Zamrock. This might be a long video because I got a lot to show. Last week while I was moving, the week before that, my wife was out of town for a week, and so I just was at home with the kids on my phone, buying stuff. So a lot of my sources in Zambia had found some good stuff. I was ready, bought a bunch of stuff, met some new friends, swapped, traded. So I got a lot of good records. So first one is this one. I've been wanting this record for a very long time. This is the Human Instinct Stone Guitar. I believe these guys are from New Zealand. Stoned Guitar is an original press. Incredible. I thought this was one of those Discogs scams. Because it was from Australia though, which I buy records from Australia regularly. I mean, not regularly, but here and there. And it would come from Australia because of the band. So I was like, yeah, it's probably legit. The price was so low. I was like, man, I don't know. It seems too good to be true. But I was like, you know what? I'm checking out through PayPal. I can get my money back if it's not. And he graded this as G+ all around, which you can tell the cover is better than G+. I mean, it's got some ring wear, but it's not so bad. And the disc, I'm telling you, this is VG+, to be conservative. It's a very clean disc. There's no world in which that's a G+ disc. So I got really lucky on it. It legitimately got this for less than half of what it usually goes for. So thrilled to have it. But this is the Human Instinct Stone Guitar. Very, very good. Killer Psych. Out of this world fuzz guitar. I mean, this thing is a smoker. I love this record. Really thrilled to get this. This has been on the top of my list for a very long time. And it's one of those that, they didn't make them here, so I'm not going to get one from a collection. I'm going to have to buy it online. It's just the way it is. So glad I was able to find one of those at a reasonable price. Here's another one. It's been on my radar. A Leak. This is a Afro, I wouldn't say Afrobeat, but just it's got an Afrobeat tinge to it, real funky stuff. But this is a white label. I don't know if it's a promo or not. It might just be I think it's just a private press type deal, but really, really killer funk. It's kind of hard to find. Just one of those. But a friend of mine had it, and the cover's trashed, but the vinyl's really clean on it, and it is It's nasty, man. It's nasty. That's a really good one. Guy came in the shop the other day with some pretty cool Zeppelin bootlegs, and he had this copy of Mudslide from Led Zeppelin. Now, this is one of the colored vinyl, trademark quality. Originally, this came out with the title of PB, and you might think that means peanut butter, but it doesn't. That's Pure Blues, and that was, I believe, the first Zeppelin bootleg was the Pure Blues bootleg. But anyways, and those go for a ridiculous amount of money. So this is kind of like the second iteration of it, but same recording. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the holy grail of Zeppelin bootlegs is the PBs, the Pure Blues. I don't have one. You know, I would love to have one, but they're really hard to find, and when they do come up, they're $1,000. I mean, they're expensive. So who knows? One day I may run across one. But this is, I didn't have a copy of Mudslide. I have in the past. I don't think I have one. All my records are boxed up, and I'm not sure. So I know I don't have a colored vinyl trademark quality like that. So anyways, I don't think I showed this last week, but this is Scientist meets the Space Invaders. I found this during my honey hole digging. You know, Space Invaders, really good, like dub reggae stuff. But man, I love this record. I put it on in the shop, and I had to take it off because everybody wanted to buy it. But it's just like really dubby, like reverb, like really heavy reverb dub reggae. I mean, it's my favorite type of reggae. I love it. But this is a really cool one. I think anybody would like this, even if you're not really that into reggae. It's just so like, man, it's good. It's good. You have to see it. But that cover, I mean, you're not gonna not buy this record if you see it. That's a killer one. But yeah, seek that out. Listen to it online somewhere. I did get this from the Record Store Day. This is the Live on Two Legs Record Store Day release. I think it's on clearish vinyl. But yeah, I did get this. A good live recording. You know, the original pressings of this are always been one of those pretty expensive, hard to get original pressing. I think it was like a club only release or whatever. And but yeah, I was happy to get this for Record Store Day, so I didn't have to spend all that crazy money on an original. This is a killer psych record called Liquid Smoke. On here, there is a really good cover of Hard to Handle. It is very similar to the Black Crowes version of Hard to Handle. But anyways, this is not, this is obviously much earlier than the Black Crowes. But yeah, I have a copy of this somewhere, but it's not in the best shape. This was in the shrink. Super, super clean, but very, very good psych record, hard rock record. Yeah, worth checking out if you can find a copy. This is one I don't think I've showed. I might have shown it a few weeks ago, but this is called Cosmic Funk by Lonnie Liston Smith. This is a crazy good funk record. Don't sleep on the Lonnie Liston Smith stuff. Some of them, and heads up, I get this confusion a lot. There is a Lonnie Smith. It's a completely different guy, and a Lonnie Liston Smith, and they're kind of in the same vein, like jazz funk. And it's really funny. A lot of people get them confused, and they have no idea that they're two completely different guys. Maybe Lonnie Smith was kind of riding the Lonnie Liston Smith coattails. I'm sure that there was some of that going on, but both are very good. But this is a really killer record, and actually didn't realize how much this was. These are kind of expensive. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to sell it. Yeah, my son is being super loud over there. But anyways, really good funk. It's out there. Cosmic funk is a great description of the sound on this record. It is spacey. It is out there, funky. Found this. Gosh, I don't even remember where I got this. I think I got this at the Honey Hole. This is John Coltrane quartet plays Chim Chim Cheree, Song of Praise, Nature Boy, Brasilia. This is an original press. It's original stereo. Just listen to that. Ooh. Crackle of the gatefold. Super nice. I mean, really nice shape. You couldn't ask for a better copy of this, but this is a Coltrane I didn't have. And Coltrane's one of my favorites as well as he's everyone's favorite. But yeah, put this on the other day and just absolutely loved it and could not bring myself to sell it. I've never found one. I've never seen one out in the wild or whatever. And then like 2 days later, somebody traded one in the shop. So I was like, all right, well, that makes sense. Here's one I would recommend. If you like the singer-songwriter country stuff like Colter Wall and Jason Isbell and, you know what I'm talking about. This 49 Winchester is very good. I've been listening to him since before he had anything on vinyl. Really good singer-songwriter type stuff, but it's country. It's singer-songwriter country. But, don't let the country throw you off. They're really good songs. Yeah. It's a remarkable effort. I love it so much. Let's see here. Here's some more bootlegs that came in on Saturday. This is the Copenhagen warm-ups. The second night, this is that Zoso bootleg, and it is on colored wax, which I've never even seen one on colored vinyl like this. I've got the black vinyl version myself, so I'll probably sell my black vinyl version and put this rascal in my collection. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. It's on green vinyl. This is Grateful Dead live in Copenhagen. Kind of a weird cover there, but it is what it is. Grateful. Ooh, look at that! Like, it's trippy. This is a Grateful Dead live in Portland, Oregon, 1977. This one seems to be pretty sought after, so I can't wait to spin that. Pretty cool stuff. This is File Under Led Zeppelin. I used to have this a long time ago. This is like sheer novelty. And I can't even remember really which concert or which recording this is from. But this is not something that like you... Now my son has a dinosaur toy he is playing with. But this, like, it's got a picture disc in the middle, and that middle part has no music on it. There's no grooves on it. Just the outside colored vinyl part. So it's like part picture disc and part colored vinyl. It's pretty cool, but as far as like, it's not much music. It's just 2 songs. It's Stairway to Heaven and Heartbreaker. So this comes with it. It's supposed to look like a file, and they did a bunch in this series of sorry, my son is like just running around doing all kinds of crazy things. But they did like, I think they did, I can't remember all the bands they did, but I know I've seen several other bands that would be like File Under Jethro Tull, or I don't think there's a Pink Floyd one, but there's a bunch of different bands that's File Under, and it's the same concept, picture disc, whatever. Now we're going into African record territory. I have some like really killer Zamrock grails. If you're into Zamrock, which is like, I guess, like a very fraction of my following, but I don't care. There are some like serious mega grails in here that are just unreal. That I'm really excited about. But first, there's a few African records that are not from Zambia that I'm going to show. This is one, the Black Hawks. That's How It Happened. Which this is a repress. Friend of mine, this guy that posts on Instagram a lot. That's how I found out about it. It's called Selected Works. And I think on Instagram it's just like SLCT or something like that, Works. And he's always posting Zamrock and stuff like that. So I kind of, that's how we met, and really, really nice guy. But he sent me a couple records just to be nice for free. And this is one of them that he released. He's got like a label that he reissues stuff and stuff like that. So this is one that he did, but this is originally a South African record that is really, really killer. And it's along that African rock garage type thing, but it's got a really great Crimson and Clover cover on this. This is a really cool record. So it's been ripped on YouTube, so I would definitely recommend trying to listen to it at least. But this is cool. It's on like see, that's his kind of inner sleeve that he does with all the reissues and stuff, but it's on white vinyl. Very cool, but it's the type of thing, I don't always, people send me records all the time, and I don't always talk about them unless I really like them, but that one is incredible. And then he also sent me this one, which I don't even know how to pronounce this band, BALTHVS, Macrocosm. And this is like very, I put it on the shop, and I had 2 different people ask me if it was Krungman. and it's not, but it sounds like the guitar is pretty similar. Really, really, really good, like funky, psychedelic. Really cool. So if you like Krungben, check them out. It's a cool record. So this is one I've been wanting for a while. This is CS Crew Funky Pack. Really killer funk record. And it's African. I believe it's Nigerian, I believe. I could be wrong about that. Do not quote me there. But yeah, it is nasty. Nasty funky. I mean, this is off the rails funky. But love it. This is one I've been looking for a long time. They're always trash. This is actually a really clean copy of this. So I'm glad to get that one. If you're into the funk, grab that one. This is one. It's called Felix Liberty, Girls for Sale. This is one that is. It's been reissued. I think the label's called PMG, something like that. PMG. I don't remember. Anyways, the label has kind of a bad reputation for the sound quality not being great, and I don't think they pay the artists at all. But it has been reissued, so whatever. But I'm glad to find an original because this is really good, killer, funky African funk. Great stuff. So now for the mega grails from Zambia that I've been just dying to show you guys, even though I know you don't care. Dying to show you. So probably the number one that I'm most excited about is this, the Oscillation. This cover, oh my gosh, just look at that cover. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he sent me a picture of a cover of a comic book from the 60s that this image supposedly came from. So I mean, it looks exactly the same, so I get it. But yeah, this cover is just like mythical, man. It's just nuts. But it's on teal. I'll show you. This is actually in pretty good shape. The cover doesn't look great, but the disc is pretty clean. I'm happy with it. So Victor Kunda Kazmata, that is him here on the back cover. He suffered from polio as a young chap, but perfected his guitar playing. Just absolutely. I honestly think even, all the Paul Ngozi, amazing guitar player, all the Witch stuff, there's a lot of great Zambian guitar players. I think he's the best. He's my favorite. This album has the best guitar work on it of any Zamrock record, and I would venture to say this might be my favorite, but it's in my top 2 if it's not my favorite. It's up there. Witch Lazy Bones is really good, but this has got such a more like it's just like this cover really exemplifies the sound of this record, but it's just out there, real fuzzy. The guitar work is just out of this world. I mean, I'm telling you, and it's tasteful. It's really good. Like Paul Ngozi stuff, he's way over the top, and he's over the top, and he knows he's over the top, and that's his thing, and that's great, and I love him for it. But this is tasteful, technical, really killer guitar work on here. I can't. The first track, I see it was it Request to God. It's amazing. It listen to that song. But this comes in the Zamrock box set, so a lot of you probably already know about this record. But yeah, it's just dope, man. It's just, oh my gosh, I love it so much. I'll go with the yellow. Come on. This Dr. Foot Switch, very interesting and cool Zambian artist. He had another record as well. The other one is like the Grail. I mean, it's one of the Grails, but this one doesn't come up for sale ever. This is a clean. The cover looks trash, but the vinyl is actually really clean. But beautiful copy of this, and there's no recorded example of it online. So what you're hearing right now is probably the first recorded example of it, and I'm probably going to put it on my RIP channel. I have a buddy of mine that also collects, and he also just got a copy, and we're going to see whose copy's cleaner, and then one of us is going to rip it. So anyways, I already ripped mine, but I just want to, out of respect for him and the listener, whoever's got the cleaner one, you know, is gonna rip it and put it up. So, anyways, this is a really great guitar work. Just a classic example of just amazing Zamrock. So glad to get that one. That one's just ungettable. I mean, you don't never ever see it come up for sale. This is one that's actually not Zamrock, but it's called the Aero Experience. It's from Zambia. It's a private press. Anyways, it's incredible. Here she comes again now. It's more on the, look at that back over there. It's more on the funk side than it is on the rock side, but there's definitely some edge to it. But yeah, this is a crazy one. I'm gonna put this up probably today. It'll be on my RIP page, which is the Find This Record RIP channel. I'm gonna put a link to it in the description of this video so you can check it out. So, here's another one you don't ever see. It's called Salty Dog. Really good Zamrock. This is a rough copy, but you know, like I've said in the past, you know, my goal was to at least get a copy first and then to upgrade down the road. This is a really great one called Ricky Benda, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name of this because I'll just butcher it, but really good Zamrock. This is another one with the Zambezi label. Yeah, this one's really hard to find. This is a really clean copy too, so really thrilled for this one. But yeah, stoked to have that one. Tough to find. This is a Teddy Cheesy, which I've talked about before. I'm a Superstar. I just uploaded this on Find This Record because it was not previously uploaded. Yeah, subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm not trying to beg here. It's a labor. It's a labor of love. I love doing it. I love putting stuff out there. Hopefully, people can hear music they would not otherwise be able to hear. I'm not making any money on it, but I want you guys to hear this stuff because it's cool. This is one. Not everything I put on there is like killer or anything, but this one is. Backed by the band The Fireballs, which you guys I've talked about before. Really good Zamrock band that only made one album and released it then. They found a lost album and put it in the Zamrock box set with Bottom Me Please. And then they played instrumental on a couple albums, all the Ted Cheesy stuff, which is this one. This is like really like, it's just a vocal, but the Fireballs in the background, I mean, just the fuzz guitar is nuts. So, really good stuff. This is called Harry Mwale Experience. This is a really rare one. It's a little bit more on the funky side, honestly. I would hesitate to call it Zamrock, but it is. It's considered Zamrock, I think. It's hard, you know. Some of these albums, I don't really know why they call them Zamrock at all, because they're not. But this one's more on the funk side, but I love it, man. I really wanted this record. And one of my guys that finds stuff in Zambia also finds stuff for some other people that I know. And this record, he accidentally sold it twice. So he sold it to me, and then he sold it to another guy at the same time. So the other guy ended up with it. It's a long story. So the other guy ended up with it, and I never got it, even though I paid for it. So he had to make it up for me by throwing in a bunch of extra records, and he made it right, whatever, the guy in Zambia did. But my friend that ended up getting this, I was like, man, congrats for you, but it sucks. If you want to get rid of it, let me know. So he ended up saying, I'll let it go. So he ended up selling it to me, so this is a record I bought twice, pretty much. But it's worth it. Really good stuff, man. This is more on the funky side. He ripped it on his channel, so you can definitely hear it. But his name is Alex. I think it's called Alex's Music Parlor. Is his RIP channel, and he has a bunch of great stuff on there that hadn't been previously released. So check that out. Really good stuff. This next one is a band called with the toughest name in Zamrock history. You ready? The Tinkles. The Tinkles, muchacho. You know, a friend of mine on Instagram, we kind of swap stories and talk about Zamrock. His name's Christian. He has Placebo Records. This is his Instagram handle. But he also found a copy of this, and we were talking about how this one turns up clean more than others do. But you know, so some Zamrock records never come around clean, like Lazy Bones, which Lazy Bones never comes around clean. You never ever see it clean. You know, the one I got really lucky with, but you really don't ever see them clean. This is one, and the other Tinkles records always destroyed. This is one that comes up clean fairly often. This is a super, super clean copy. But the Tinkles, they have like a garage soul Zamrock sound. Really, really, really good stuff. I love the Tinkles. Very, very good. So now for a bunch of Ngozi stuff. So this is one of my favorite Ngozi family records. This is Paul Ngozi, Heavy Metal. And there is a track on here, I think it's just called Heavy Metal, yeah. Track 4 on the first side, where he's just going all out nuts and with all these layered, crazy effects. Look at this picture, guys. It's so good. It's so good. The cover just pops. And this is a really nice copy I also got from my friend Alex that he sold to me, because I had a beat up copy, I think it's right here, that I'm probably going to let go because... oh, where is it? You guys don't want to see a beat up copy, and I got such a clean copy right here. Anyways, I do have a beat up copy somewhere. I'm not sure where I put it, but anyways, this is a really good one. But yeah, I've been putting Zamrock in the shop, and you know, I don't think anyone cares. It's one of those things, like, I'm like, when I get this stuff in my shop, people are going to go nuts for it, and they're going to be lined up around the block. No one cares. I don't know. Some people, it just takes a long time for them to catch on to it. I absolutely am nuts about it, obviously. But Paul Ngozi, Lightning and Thunder. This is another one I really wanted. Some good numbers on here. This one's not as crazy and guitar driven and just madness as the cover might indicate. It's not that at all. It's pretty laid back and has like Colin Dula sound to it. But it's still a good one, and it's still got some great guitar work on it. This is a pretty clean copy. Excited to get it. It's another one called The Ghetto, which I think I probably showed recently. This is a little bit nicer copy than the other one I had, so that's an upgrade for me. This is one called Bad Character. This is on that Chris Editions label I've talked about before. And this is another copy of Bad Character that I also got. Would you look at that? And this one's on the Sound Project label. So the Sound Project label was kind of Paul Ngozi's little bootleg label, where he would make a little bit extra money by putting out on that label by himself. This is the Chris Editions label. This one's actually quite a bit cleaner, so I'm happy to get that one. This is the one everybody wants, and hopefully one day I'll get a really clean copy of this. This is Ngozi Family Day of Judgment. Just amazing. This might be my favorite. This and 45,000 Volts are my favorite Ngozi records. Really, really good. But I was listening to a podcast about Zamrock the other day, and they're talking about how there's a lot of Black Sabbath references on this record, where it's clear that Black Sabbath was a direct influence of theirs, which makes sense. But look at that cover, man. Yeah, this is a killer one. Going on, this is another one I talked about recently. This is an upgrade from it. Ricky Illalonga, same name music. I'm going to be putting this on my RIP channel pretty soon too. Yeah, really great stuff. It's got like a funk vibe to it, but it's got some crazy, nasty guitar solos on it. Right, ripping through these really quick. Five Revolutions. They had some early Zamrock records. This is more like the African Kalindula style. I don't even know that you would call this Zamrock. It's really not. But Five Revolutions is a great band. I do really like this. I actually put this one on my Found This Record RIP page too. This is one, I should have shown this earlier because it's so killer. This is the Blackfoot Footsteps. This is more on the garagey side. It's got this really sweet product of Zambia sticker on it. But yeah, I mean, this one, it's a pretty good player. The vinyl's decent on it, but the cover you can barely even tell what it is. But they're all sitting in front of like a tractor. But yeah, this is one of the Zamrock records to get. Very, very good. Tough to get. This one is the Cool Knights, Bana Mulenga. This one's more like, has a little bit more of a reggae feel to it. I really don't know why they call this Zamrock, but it's one of the Zamrock records, you know, but to me, it's rocky, and I don't really understand. It's more on the reggae funky side than it is on the Zamrock side, but this is a rare one that a lot of people want. Musio Tunya, Give Love to Your Children. Another killer one. Musiatini, I've shown Wings of Africa. I have 2 copies of that have the different covers on them. This is one I did not previously have. You know, recent work of Ricky Illalonga and a couple other Zamrock pioneers. And this last one I'll show you is Keith Malefiu, Through the Fire to Heaven. This is one of my favorites as well. This is a really, really clean copy. I've been wanting to clean one of this. I mean, I hear a lot of strong Beatles influence on this record. I've talked about it before, but man, this is a top-notch record. Thank you all for watching this video. Follow my other channel so I can sleep at night, and stay tuned. Soon we will have more content when I get my room together that I'm working on. Thanks all. We'll see you next time.